Back in March last year, fire devastated the scientifically important reed beds at Parkgate and Neston on the Cheshire-Merseyside border. A large area of marsh, which was home to birds and wildlife, was destroyed. Now, 18 months on, the land on the Dee estuary is recovering. Our Merseyside reporter Andy Gill has more.
Well, we're at the Dee estuary. You can see Wales in the background. The river is somewhere over there. You can also see how well the marshes and the reeds have all recovered since that fire 18 months ago. We're with Dan Trotman from the RSPB, who run this reserve. Dan, just how bad was the damage back in March 2022?
Oh, it was devastating. Everything behind us was burnt to the ground, literally, and it was just charred black. All of this reed was gone. Complete loss of that habitat. About 10 hectares of habitat in total was burned, with a devastating impact on the wildlife that calls it its home.
How bad was it for the wildlife? They lost where they live, and how did it affect the breeding?
Well, last year, 2022, was a complete write-off in the breeding season. So Marsh harrier, quite a rare bird of prey that have only colonised the Dee estuary in the last decade. They didn't have their usual place to nest last year. And then lots of small birds, warblers in particular, migratory. When they were arriving from Africa in spring 2022, they would have turned up to find that their usual nesting sites were just not there, so they would quite possibly have not been able to breed last year.
Has the speed at which this has recovered surprised you at all?
Personally, I think so, yes. I mean, even this time last year, it had recovered to nearly this height. But reed does grow very quickly, which is good news. On the surface, it's looking quite healthy again. And the good news is that Marsh harrier did nest here this year. One pair nested and successfully raised 2 young to fledging. So that's a really good news story for this year.
Excellent. Dan, thank you very much. 3 teenage boys have admitted arson in relation to this fire. Now back to you.